Our busy lives require us to get from A to B quickly, so it's no surprise that transport has become a big part of our day-to-day life, and it has also crept into our day-to-day language. These are the top 10 phrases and sayings associated with transport. Number 10. It's the only time that being strapped in is socially acceptable, accompanied at times with a little bit of terror. It's that well-known instruction, fasten your seatbelt. Commercial aviation in the mid-20th century introduced seatbelt signs as a safety measure during turbulence and takeoff. The phrase has become standard cabin crew language, signalling passengers to prepare for potential instability. In today's world, fasten your seatbelt still is associated with the aviation industry, but it can also mean anything linked to or related to get ready, things are about to get intense, just like that big meeting or life change. Number 9. Have you ever been part of that project that's been almost done for like 2 years? Some might say that you're just taking the scenic route. Others might say that the project is on the road to nowhere. This phrase gained traction in the 20th century and was often used to describe literal infrastructure projects that were abandoned or poorly planned. It then became culturally popular through music and political commentary about pointless progress. We continue to use the term road to nowhere to refer to efforts that have no meaningful outcome, like a plan with no clear goal. Number 8. It's at times like this when life gives you options, but none of them come with a clear instruction manual. You could be said to be at a crossroads. Historically, crossroads were literal decision points for travellers choosing different routes. In folklore, they were symbolic places of fate, choice, and supposed supernatural encounters. The term at a crossroads has survived the centuries to simply indicate a major decision point, such as a career change or change in life direction. Number 7. It's in circumstances like this where everyone seems to be an expert on the subject right after it becomes popular. In these situations, we could say that they are jumping on the bandwagon. The phrase comes from 19th century American political campaigns where candidates would use bandwagons to attract attention, and supporters would literally jump on the bandwagon to show their allegiance to the candidate. Today, we'll use the term jump on the bandwagon to indicate that someone is joining a trend or movement because it's gaining popularity, and not necessarily because they believe in it. Number 6. Now, this phrase emphasises the fact that misery sometimes loves company. When bad things affect a group of people, they are all in the same boat. Now, as the saying suggests, it is nautical in origin, and it reflects the shared fate of passengers on a single vessel. No matter what the situation, everyone on the boat faces the same risks and conditions, particularly out in the open ocean. Today, we'll simply say that we're all in the same boat to indicate that we're all in the same situation or problem, just like a department all facing the same level of budget cuts. Number 5. It's in these circumstances where Google Maps says no, but your curiosity says yes. Alternatively, you are off the beaten track. Now, it refers to paths that are not frequently travelled, particularly in rural or wilderness areas. These routes were literally less worn due to less foot traffic, often offering some form of exploration beyond the common roads. These days, we'll say that you're off the beaten track to describe someone who's perhaps taken an unconventional choice, whether it be a travel spot, an idea, or a career outside the mainstream. Number 4. It's the saying that is the polite version of, right, it's time to leave before things get awkward. We could say that we are off to hit the road. This phrase seems to have arisen from early 20th century American slang, which often was tied to the rise of automobiles, and would literally mean to begin a journey. Hit implied that forceful or somewhat immediate departure. Today, we could use the term hit the road to indicate that we are either starting something or a casual means to leave, just like heading off on that road trip or ending a visit. Number 3. This saying goes to all those people out there who aren't in charge but for some reason seems to have all the opinions. We could describe them as backseat drivers. Now, the phrase emerged with early car culture where passengers, literally in the back seat, would criticise or direct their driver and also perhaps not even having a clue of what's going on. Today, we'll use the term backseat driver to refer to anyone who gives unwanted advice, especially in situations that they aren't even responsible for. Number 2. It's the saying where everything's calm, but then all of a sudden someone suggests that small change, that disruptor, or in other words, the person who rocks the boat. Now, as the phrase suggests, this one also is from nautical phrases, which warned against actions that could destabilise a vessel. Even small movements could upset the balance, especially in rough conditions. We'll say that people are rocking the boat when they are getting in there and disrupting a stable situation, often unnecessarily or with an element of risk. And finally, number 1. Now, there's nothing like arriving just in time only to watch watched the opportunity sail away. In these circumstances, we could say that one has missed the boat. Not surprisingly, this saying comes from the era of scheduled ship departures, where missing a boarding vessel meant that you, in effect, lost the whole journey, and often with no quick alternative or workaround. Today, we can say that one has missed the boat to indicate that they've missed any opportunity, whether it be due to delay or inaction, just like not investing early enough or submitting that application too late. So there you have it. From fastening your seatbelt to rocking the boat, missing the boat, or even being in the same boat, it turns out that life is basically one long journey with some questionable directions. Which one was your favourite? Did it make your top 10? Comment below, and don't forget to subscribe for more bite-sized brain fuel.